Hey, welcome. Today, we're jumping into something that's honestly pretty crucial. We're going to talk about media purpose and wisdom. Basically, how do you get smart about all the messages flying at us every single day?
So let's just get right into it. Think about the last thing you saw online. A video, a meme, a news story. Before you scrolled on by, before you clicked that link, did you ever just stop for a second and ask yourself, wait, why was this even made in the first place? It sounds like such a small question, right? But believe me, it changes everything.
And that one simple question leads us right here, because every single piece of media, and I mean everything, from a TikTok to a billboard, it has a mission. And it turns out there are really only 4 main types of missions. Today, we're going to crack that code together.
Yeah, think of it just like that. Every message has a job it's trying to do. And once you know what that job is, you can see it for exactly what it is. It's kind of like having a secret decoder ring for the internet and, well, the whole world around you. So, you ready to learn the code?
Okay, first up is the mission to inform. This one's pretty straightforward. Its only job is to give you facts. It's there to teach you something new. So think about a news article on a cool science discovery, or maybe a how-to video on YouTube. Its whole goal is just to make you a little bit smarter about something. Simple as that.
Next, we have the mission to persuade. Okay, now this one is a big deal. These messages, they want something from you. They're trying to change your opinion, convince you to vote a certain way, or, let's be real, a lot of the time they're trying to get you to buy something. That shiny ad for the new phone, that is persuasion in action, 100%.
Our third mission is to entertain. And this is all about the feels. Its job is to make you laugh, to get you excited, maybe even shed a tear or two. All those funny puppy videos, your favorite comic strip, that new blockbuster movie, their main purpose is just for you to enjoy them.
And our fourth and final mission is to inspire. These messages are aiming right for your heart. They're all about encouraging you, lifting your spirits, and filling you up with hope or reminding you of your values. That incredible story about someone overcoming the odds, or a beautiful post with a Bible verse. Yep, that's all about inspiration.
All right, let's pull it all together. You can think of this as your personal cheat sheet. We've got our 4 main missions: inform, persuade, entertain, and inspire. Now, a little pro tip, sometimes they mix and match. A really great documentary might inform you while it inspires you. The key is to always ask yourself, okay, but what's the main job here? What's the number one goal?
Okay, you have the tools, you know the code. Now it's time to put it to the test. Let's play a quick game I like to call purpose spotting. I'm going to show you a message, and you figure out its main mission. You ready? Let's do this.
Okay, here's our first one. You're just watching TV, and this ad pops up. Try Bright Smile toothpaste. Get whiter teeth in just 3 days. So, what's the mission? What's this ad trying to do? I'll give you a second. If you said persuade, you absolutely nailed it. It's trying to sell you something by promising you a result. Classic persuasion. All right, let's try another. You're scrolling through your feed and you see this really nice graphic. It says, dream big and trust God with the details. You were made to shine.
So what's the purpose behind this message? Think about how it makes you feel. This one is designed to inspire. It's not selling you a product. It's not just a list of facts. It's meant to lift your spirits and encourage your faith. You're getting good at this.
Okay, next up, you click on a YouTube video and it's a deep dive into how volcanoes erupt, filled with scientific diagrams and expert interviews.
You are on a roll. What is this video's number one goal? Yep, no question about it. Its main purpose is to inform. The whole point of the video is just to teach you the facts about volcanoes.
All right, last one for our little game. You see a short, silly comic strip online. The whole thing is just a cute puppy trying to balance on a skateboard and, hilariously falling off. So what's the goal of this little comic? Well, this one is just pure fun. It's there to entertain. Its only job is to make you chuckle or smile for a second. See? You've totally got this. It's not so hard once you know what to look for.
So that was fun, and you're obviously a natural at this, but this is so much more than just a party trick. This is a genuinely critical life skill, which brings us to the big question. Why does any of this actually matter?
It matters because knowing the purpose allows you to ask the single most important question you can ask when you see any piece of media. Is this message here to help me, or is it trying to manipulate me? And figuring out the purpose is always step 1 to getting that answer.
And you know, this isn't some newfangled internet trick. This is ancient wisdom. The Bible tells us in Philippians to think about things that are true and honorable and just and pure. We're actually called to be really intentional about what we allow into our minds.
Because here's the bottom line. When you know the purpose behind a message, you're not just a passive consumer anymore. You're in the driver's seat. You are in control of what you let in your mind and, maybe even more importantly, what you let into your heart.
Which leads us to our final and honestly our most powerful idea for today. Your mind is an incredible, powerful, God-given tool. And learning to be wise about how you guard it and how you use it, well, that's one of the most important things you can ever do.
So if there's one thing you walk away with, I hope it's this. When you understand the purpose behind the messages the world is sending you, you become so much better equipped to recognize and stand for God's truth. It helps you filter out all the noise so you can hear His voice just a little more clearly.
And this all wraps up into a philosophy for living a wiser life. First, just remember that education without morality can actually be dangerous. It's not enough to just be smart, we have to be good. Second, making smart choices in life is always going to matter more than just being book smart. And finally, a spiritual mind leads to real peace of mind. Just like it says in Romans, a mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. So by learning to be wise about media, you're not just getting smarter, you're choosing peace.